Hi, my name is Jeff Setlow, and I'm a branch manager with eXp Realty here in Mesa, Arizona. And just wanted to share with you for a brief minute why I decided to switch to eXp Realty. I have been in real estate since 2004. I started as a real estate investor and then became licensed and have been helping clients and investors ever since. And I've had a good career in real estate, and I've enjoyed working with. I got the privilege to work with one of my best friends growing up as my broker, and so we've had a close relationship over the years and have done a lot of good business together. Um, I, uh, I wanted to share with you an event that happened each year that kind of highlights one of the reasons why I decided to switch. At the end of each year, we had an annual company dinner, and at the dinner, they would announce, our broker would announce who the top salespeople for the year were. And often I was in contention or won that award each year. And so while that felt good to win and be the top salesperson in our brokerage, at the same time, I always felt like it was this competition between all of the agents in the brokerage. And so I am competitive. I like to win, but at the same time, it seemed like there was something missing. About 6 months ago, I got a call from Eric Orland, who's a national real estate coach and has also been nationally recognized as a top producer in real estate. And he called with an interesting proposition. He talked to me about eXp Realty and introduced their model and very unique system to me. And I was blown away, honestly. I had never come across a business model in real estate that was so agent centric and was so encouraged what was really important to me, which was realtors helping other realtors succeed. When Eric called me, he wasn't calling me to ask me to spend some money on a coaching program. He was calling to talk to me about an opportunity in eXp Realty to be his partner. Let me share a little bit with you why I decided to make that change. First problem I noticed was that in the traditional brokerage model, there is a real problem. I think there's several problems. One is, as I consider getting my broker's license and building in order to leverage and grow my real estate business, the first problem is recruiting agents in a very competitive environment. In order to recruit agents, we've got to provide things of value. I've got to give some kind of attractive split. However, no matter what the split was at the brokerage I was at, the more money I made, the more money I paid my broker. I also would have had to, and brokers would have to provide some type of office or some place for agents to work in. Requires some overhead commitment, can be a huge overhead commitment. Also, most brokerages want to offer things like tools and systems and training, CRM systems, document management systems, lead generation systems. These are all very expensive, and unless you just pass that cost on to your agents, as a broker, that could be very expensive. The other problem I see is trying to retain agents. I think the basic model is a bit broken because my top agents as a broker, if I train agents and they do very well and they're very successful, those same agents most likely will want to create something larger and will want to leverage and create a brokerage of their own. So I spend a lot of time and energy and effort helping develop talent just to have them leave and then compete against my company in the same area usually. And the top agents usually are the ones that are the most interested in continuing to grow and develop. The other problem that brokers face is a liability issue. The larger my brokerage becomes, the more liability, the more potential legal issue that I've got as agents are out practicing real estate, and as things happen sometimes, legal issues crop up, and as the broker, we all know that the buck stops there and the responsibility stops there. So the larger your brokerage is, the more legal liability you acquire. And the last challenge that I see in the traditional brokerage model is this idea that I talked about a minute ago of cooperation versus competition, or collaboration versus competition. That sense that I had at that company dinner of next year I'm going to beat these guys and I want to be the number one, or if I was number one, I wanted to stay number one. So there wasn't this environment of wanting to share all of your trade secrets with agents around you. It was more, I'm going to keep that close to my vest and use that to my advantage. So because of those issues, I guess it's kind of like if I was a football coach and I had an amazing play that was working very well. If I was in the NFL, I wouldn't share that play with everyone in the league. At eXp, it's really very, very different. And I have been just so pleased with the culture and the environment that really encourages realtors to help other realtors succeed. In fact, the more that I help other people succeed, the more successful I become. And I really love that principle. That principle has always been an important one to me in my life. At the core of that principle is something called the revenue sharing model. And revenue sharing is simply the company taking 50% of all their revenues and sharing it with the agents in the company that are helping the company to grow. And the opportunity that I have with revenue share is not just limited like a brokerage would be to one area or one region, but I actually have the ability to grow my real estate organization in every state in the United States, as well as in several countries that eXp is doing business in. We're currently in 14 and scheduled to expand to many more soon. So the umbrella of opportunity is significantly larger. And the other thing I love about the revenue share platform is that as I introduce the eXp opportunity to other agents, like Eric introduced it to me, those agents in turn become recruiting arms for my organization and for the company. Those agents have the same opportunity to grow their business and to grow their revenue by introducing the model to other agents. Absolutely love that idea that we can help each other grow, help each other grow business. It's not about just me wanting to grow mine and I need to keep people under my umbrella like the traditional brokerage model can be. The other thing that I love about it is, besides the broad scope that I have all the states and several countries to do business in, I also get to benefit from 7 levels deep. So as I introduce someone to the company, and then they in turn introduce someone to the company, and so on, 7 layers deep, I benefit from the efforts of those agents throughout that entire organization, which seems to be growing very quickly in kind of an organic way. I absolutely love that those revenues aren't coming from the agents that I'm recruiting. They actually they're coming from eXp. They come from the company. They share their revenues with the agents that are helping build the company. The other piece that was so influential to me about this revenue share platform is the ability to create a residual income that can last long beyond my last transaction in real estate. I never had an exit plan. I didn't know how I was going to someday retire from real estate and enjoy some other things I like to do, and catch some fish and play some golf and tennis. I just didn't see a plan on how that was going to happen. I need to keep doing transactions in order to keep supporting my family and myself. And so with eXp and the revenue share program, as well as other amazing programs, I have now multiple revenue streams that I can rely on even after I'm done selling real estate. In fact, one of them that is very powerful is the stock program. eXp Realty, as you may know, is agent owned, meaning that we're all shareholders and we have the opportunity to receive stock awards for certain milestones that we reach, as well as purchase stock at a discount along with each one of our transactions. So continue to accumulate some stock that has done some great things on the NASDAQ. We are a publicly traded company. If you look at the history of the stock, there's been some really amazing growth that's been powerful to me and to my portfolio as I've just been getting involved with eXp. Because of this idea that we all own the company, there's also this feeling of a rising tide that lifts all boats. We all feel incentivized to help all eXp realtors be successful. The more successful we are as individuals, the more successful the company is, the more we as shareholders benefit. So it behooves all of us to be collaborative rather than competitive. The other piece that really demonstrates to me how eXp really encourages this collaboration and giving back is something called the ICON program. I absolutely love that. Essentially, the ICON program is that you have the opportunity, whatever monies that you pay the brokerage and split, to earn that back by achieving certain milestones in sales. When you sell a certain volume of real estate, you can earn all of that back. That money comes back in the form of company stock. But what I liked about that, not only the opportunity to kind of earn that back when I have a good year or as I grow, but what I love about it is there's a requirement in order to participate in that program and earn that stock. I have to give back to the company. I have to be involved in mentoring, in training, in teaching. Absolutely love that component. Because of that, I have access to some of the absolute best coaches and trainers in the company that are sharing their ideas and systems and tools with all of us. The last point is that because we're cloud-based, we have the opportunity, because we don't have a lot of money to spend on overhead and some of the traditional things that brick and mortar real estate companies have to spend money on. eXp is able to give back so much to realtors. Again, realtors helping realtors. We have hundreds of full-time employees in our virtual office space that are there for us just throughout the day and after hours, even to provide service and support, whatever area we may need, whether it's technical support, whether it's accounting, whether it's broker support, whatever is needed, it's available by full-time employees. Very, very good support, better than I've ever seen at any other brokerage. In addition, there is more than 50 hours of ongoing training that happens each week in our virtual office space called eXp World. Those classes are available. They're not mandatory, but you could, if you are in a training mode and want to really grow and learn, you could spend 50 or more hours a week in training classes that would help grow real estate business and help you develop as a person. Also, the tools that we're given are phenomenal. Absolutely love our CRM system. KV Core has been very instrumental and has had a huge impact on my business, even in a short time. I have implemented KV Core and I've seen a 2x to 3x increase in my pipeline, which is phenomenal. So besides the great CRM system, we have the just very top of the line document management system. Everything is online and electronic, digitally handled, and very smooth and easy to transact. There's also a lead generation component that is extremely powerful that helps us grow our business both with buyers and seller leads, as well as a website and everything all included and all provided by eXp to help realtors succeed. So in brief review, I just felt strongly that the existing brokerage model was broken. And in eXp, I see really this idea of realtors helping other realtors succeed, and the company being very, very agent-centric. Company helping agents to grow their business, to be successful as realtors and as business owners. Absolutely have had a phenomenal experience. Couldn't recommend it anymore. It was the best business decision that I've made.